back in 99, when I first started in the mortgage industry, I was clueless about marketing and branding. So when I got into real estate and lending at the same time, so I got my real estate license really just in 2000. I got my license just to renovate properties, flip properties. And I had no idea people would actually want to work with me later, but I got it primarily just to renovate properties. Now I got into the mortgage industry. As I went through that, I didn't know anything about branding. So the company that I worked with at the time was taking all the leads, of course. I'm not going to name any names, but it's nothing bad. But it's just when you work with a company and you have LorieWoodruff at bank.com, you've got all your leads going to that email address. People are emailing you, you know what I mean? And even at the real estate company, I was working at LorieWoodruff at realestatecompany.com. And with knowing that, keep in mind, when you leave that company, guess what goes with you? Nothing, nothing. Unless you brand yourself, those contacts all stay with the company. And that was my first introduction to brand yourself. Amaria, we got to brand our name. Linda has to brand her name. Now, it's not that we don't love the company that we work with, but that company is already established. We have to work with people that know, like, and trust us, right? And that is how you need to focus on branding versus marketing. And we'll definitely talk about the difference. So now 24 years later, this is the reason why it's very important for me as a real estate agent, as a small business owner, why this is very important, why branding is super important for me. I love the creative side of it. Like Amaria had said, she's got that creativeness in her, and it can go so many different ways. But you have to understand how to do it so that the business is attracted to you. So if we are ready to learn how to create that synergy of people coming to us instead of us always having to run out, please drop a 1 in the chat so we can make sure that we are talking to the right crowd. We are talking to the right crowd simply because gone is the day where we're going to be sitting here looking and wishing and praying somebody calls us. We have to be able to attract the business to us, and it's not as hard as you think. So welcome you guys everywhere who is chiming in. And I want to let you know the difference about the two. Thank you, Latanya. Good to see you all. Here's the difference between the two. Now, we're just having a simple conversation right now. When it comes down to branding versus marketing, yes, it is two different things, right, Monique? It's two different things. And when we focus on the branding, I want you to focus on, let me give you this spray bottle, okay? This spray bottle, let's just call it Jonathan Cater. Jonathan Cater is the brand of this eyeglass cleaner. And this is the brand. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a person, if it's a name, because you can have MAC Makeup as a brand, Oprah Winfrey is a brand, Monique Michelle is a brand, LorieWoodruff is a brand. All of you are a brand. You just forget that. You forget that. And then when it comes down to it, the marketing is how we're selling this product. So I could sell this on TV, I can sell it on the internet, I can sell it through ads. All right, I can sell it on my webpage. That's marketing. So the branding, just so we know the difference, the branding is the what. It's the who we are. And I want you all to really realize you are the brand. So don't just rep the companies that you work for. And I'm saying that politely. It's not that I don't love the company that I work for. The real estate company that I work for now, love them. Samson Properties, love them. But I don't need to brand them. They're already in existence. I have to brand LorieWoodruff the same way Crystal has to brand her brand for her business. Are we getting it? We got the difference? So how we're going to talk about the marketing is really the avenue. It's the how people are going to get that messaging from you. And how that messaging typically goes out 3 different ways. Inspirational post, entertaining post, or you've got the entertaining, the inspirational, and the educational post. You decide. You decide which way that's going to go for you. For me, I chose to do it in all three ways, because everyone's personality is different and they might get bored just by seeing education, education, education on their page all the time. All right. But there are some people that come into your page and you're like, look, it's pure entertainment. And that's all you come to their page for. Good evening. Everybody is there for a specific reason. I go to some comedians' page just to get jokes. I go to some inspirational pages just to be inspired. All right. And there's some educational pages that I know I'm going to get what I need to further my business. So whatever it is for you, you have to figure out which way am I going to go for my brand. Think about that right now. Are you going to incorporate all three, which you can, or are you going to go more of the inspirational side, entertaining side, or educational side? What I found during the pandemic, I had to sprinkle in all of them. I had to sprinkle all of them. And during the pandemic, we had time on our hands. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we had time on our hands. And through that, I'm like, all right, so TikTok, I'm here. I'm learning TikTok, but I also had to learn that people were on TikTok really to escape reality. So they need the entertaining. So I masked the post with more entertainment on the front end and a little bit of education on the inside. Got it? And so that's how you can, you can kind of figure out what is your story going to be when you pop up online. It's not that you're a fake person. You're not you're not a new person, but it's just you need to identify who you're going to come out to be so that when people see you and work with you, they don't think you're a total different person. All right. So we talked a little bit about the education part, inspirational, entertaining. Figure out which one works for you, for your particular brand. And I also want you to realize also, something came up a couple of years ago. I'm attending a conference at the National Harbor. And there were some breakout rooms. And inside of there, one of the coaches he was talking on branding and marketing. And he says, I want everybody's business cards. There was probably about 50 of us in the room. And he says, I want everyone's business cards. So everybody's like, oh, yeah, we're going to get some business. Whatever it is, I'm going to give it. So everyone was giving him their business cards. So he stood in the front of the room with a trash can right in front of him. And he said, nope, nope, yep, 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 nope, 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 yes. What do you think he was throwing away? What do you think the branding coach at that time was throwing away? Let me hear from you. What do you think was on their business card that made him say, nah, I'm not going to, this is not the
company logo?
Was that they were already branding themselves?
Nope, it wasn't that.
No?
Company logo?
Mm-mm. No.
Mm-mm.
They missed their mark with their branding of what they're selling, basically. They may have had their name and their information, but not what it was that they were promoting.
Somewhat. You're close, my catering
I think
specialist.
I think that he may have said no to all the ones that he thought were not going to get the job done, like the attention that it needed. The cars didn't get the attention that it needed to bring people in or grab their interest.
She said an old photo. Almost, Tawana, you're about right. You know what it was? It was the email addresses, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wow.
It was the email address that was on a business card. So if I had Donnie Dukes 29 at yahoo.com and I am a business owner, or if I had Donnie at DonnieDukes.com or sales at DonnieDukes.com, which perception do you think that more people are going to drive to when they're looking to work with you? The free Yahoo or Gmail or the personalized domain?
Personalized domain.
Personalized.
There you go. So it's not to say
It shows that you're serious in a sense. Sorry. It shows that you're serious, that you're investing in yourself.
Thank you. That's all it was about. So the one that he said no to, ladies and gentlemen, LaTanya, it's not that the Gmail doesn't work. right? But when you're getting things started in your business, perception is everything. Perception is everything. Hotmail, Gmail is a little bit of upgrade, but when you're doing those are free sites. So when people are looking to work with you, it's not to say they won't work with you, but it's the perception of what people think when they see Tawana635@hotmail.com versus Tawana@TawanaB.com. And Tawana, I got your first name spelled correctly, so don't come at me, girl. I got it right now. All right, I got it right. Thank you for the correction. All right, so that's the difference when it comes to your brand. So ladies and gentlemen, definitely safeguard that brand. And if there is some questions that you have about, oh my goodness, I've been rocking with this Gmail and email address on my business cards, it's not the end of the world. But I don't want you to feel like you have to continue to do that for a long time as well. Doing anything with marketing and branding is going to take you to elevate. When you have the money, when you have the ability to do that, then you can upgrade that. All right. How many times has SunTrust changed banks and logos? Just as I've been alive, it's been, what was it? Citizens Bank, different logo. Then it was SunTrust. Now it's Truist. Those are big banks. And I don't see anything wrong with you all or myself changing logos or changing any business concepts along the way. So wherever you start does not mean that's where you have to end, okay? All right, we're good? Crystal, you have me dying with that one. Yeah, or an old photo. That is absolutely a no-no. That is absolutely a no-no. Okay. I have a free gift for a lot of you that's going to help with your marketing. So make sure you stay towards the end because I've got that to help you. And definitely for those that are looking to increase their business, I've got an invitation to help us work together so we can gel this together a little bit more. Because the time that we spend together right now is not going to put everything together, but I want to lay everything out on the table so that we can start the conversation. All right. Now I've had good years. I've had bad years. I've had $300,000 years. I've had $60,000 years. But the one thing that stays is the consistency. The consistency, ladies and gentlemen, has to stay. And that's what's going to keep us getting paid and going to the $600,000 and $800,000 times in our lives. Okay. So let's talk about what that looks like. Building a brand. What does six figures look like to you? What does it look like? And what is a six-figure brand? Many of you are in the real estate space, you're in the small business space, but let's talk about six figures. Because when people talk about six figures, you automatically assume it's $100,000, right? But six figures can be $500,000. It can be $999,999, or it can be $100,000. So anywhere in between there, when someone says, oh, I make six figures, let's be specific. What six figures is that? So I want you to jot down in front of you right now, what does your six-figure or seven-figure year look like? Because if you can't see it, then we have nothing to drive towards. We have no goal in front of us. So what does your six-figure year look like? Don't shortchange yourself neither, please. Don't shortchange yourself. Okay? You can put it in the chat, have some accountability so you can have people knowing. I love it. Ooh, I love it, Linda. Come on. That's it? That's all you want? 500,000. Make sure we're writing that down somewhere. Crystal, 500,000. We are in the seven figures. I like that, Celine. Celine, we're about to start working together. So you got a lot on my shoulders right now to make millions. I like that. Crystal's at 500,000. Monique, so where are you ladies with this 500,000 number? Linda's at 500,000. I love it. Okay. And on your phone, what you may want to do is break that down so that because you are the brand, you might feel a little overwhelmed that 500,000 or $1 million is a lot. It's not a lot of money, but you want to write down, take a picture of your palm or take a picture with your phone, let's say on a flat surface. Now you've got a blank page. Upload that to your profile, basically to your desktop on your phone, and write in there, I make $500,000 per year. That's all you got to do. Because that way, every time you pick up the phone, you got a cute reminder. You got a good reminder of what you're supposed to be doing, because that consistency will get you there. First year, 5, second year, 1 million. Come on through. I like it. I like it. What are you guys thinking? She put the 500 on it. 700,500. I love it. So what's going to get us there to these numbers, ladies and gentlemen, are 2 things: discipline and organization. Drop that in the chat. Discipline and organization. The money is there. You're not making money from scratch. You just need to create it in your business. You need to be surrounded by people that can help you do this. We can't be surrounded by the friends that make $20,000 a year and is talking about our business. How, oh, that's not gonna work. Well, Tanya, you can't do that. You can't have a Airbnb and cater. You can't do that. So discipline and organization takes a lot, but moving in that direction of community is a big difference. Unleash the entrepreneur. That's my brand. Unleash. It's on my arm. Can't get away from my own brand. Unleashed, right? So I'm wearing my brand. Okay. I love Nike. Love all the other Dior. But you definitely will find me more in my brand, than anybody else's. Why put them on my back when I have my own? Okay. And you want to start focusing on those types of things as well, Gwen. When you're outside, your brand needs to speak. It needs to do the marketing for you when you don't say anything. You could be ordering food, you could be getting gas, you could be in Target, and you could be minding your business. And someone sees your brand and they're like, what is that? Where can I get that? Thank you. This is an upgraded one, Latanya. This is an upgraded one. Unleash the Entrepreneur is a new one. And so you want to be able to rep your brand when you go out in public. So then when people ask you, what is that? What do you do? You can easily say, oh, actually, I help clients purchase homes in the Maryland and DC area. I need your card. Can I have your card? Got it? So definitely don't forget those small things. Yes, thank you very much for the support. All right. So let's talk about the importance of your presence online. In today's digital economy, I think it's very important to realize 73% of business owners have a website. That's it. You would think that all business owners have a website of some sort, but they don't. And so having that presence is super important so that people are always going to be Googling you. So you definitely want to make sure you're Googleable. Do you have a website? Okay. And if it's not an official website, there's lots of AI tools out there where you can get a free, like, is it Durable? Durable is one you can get a quick website generated by AI in a matter of seconds. Durable, Durable. And that way it helps generate some basic information for a website if that's what you need. But if you do need help, good. If you do need help with landing pages and things like that, that's where my coaching helps with the basics. A lot of my coaching clients, when they're coming on board, I'm not helping them with the high level stuff all the time. A lot of the things are basic. It's getting your CRM together, your customer relation management system. It's making sure that you've got the ability for customers to inbox you, automations, basic stuff, okay? And then we start escalating up. So a lot of the clients I have worked with, please, wherever you are in your business, I meet you right there. I meet you right there. So realize that your global presence is necessary. We're not in the encyclopedia days anymore, right? If I need to do a report on zebras in the United States, I'm going to Google. Where's your business? Is your business online? If somebody's looking to work with top real estate agents in Bowie, Maryland, top real estate agents in Northern Virginia, are you even present? You may have a site, your company may have a site, whatever it is. Are you present? Is your new picture on there? Is your newest picture online? Okay, very important to have that presence. All right, global presence is very important for you, Gwen, because if you're even doing a quilting business or a class, or you're selling a workshop or a course, it doesn't matter if the person's in the Netherlands, Australia, United States, Texas, it doesn't matter where they are, they can still find you. So it's very important. If you do not have a presence already, get it. Get it. And if you don't, then we need to. Yes, ma'am. Man, you need a caterer. LaTanya Brown is the woman for that. All I know is that those deviled eggs got my heart. Okay? Deviled eggs got my heart. All right, so people definitely love working with people that they what? Know, like, and trust. So for example, if I just posted everything in my business about houses, 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 look at this one. Are you going to get bored? I would. I'm bored thinking about it. I'm bored just thinking about it. So when it comes down to the difference, the combination, like I said, those three things, you want to have that change in your page. You want to have inspirational, educational, entertaining combination. Because if you're just having entertaining things, that's fine. But if you're a real estate agent or in any other profession that involves people, you want to have a good mix where you are not only entertaining them just a little bit, but also giving them some education on why down payment assistance is important. You want to give a little bit of information on inspiration about renting versus buying. All of those things are necessary to keep somebody engaged in your information. So remember, you can do it all three, but just remember also to keep somebody's attention span going, what's going to keep them coming back to your page? Think about that. What's going to keep them coming back and attracted to your page? Okay. Are we getting any stings right now? Or are we getting to the point where like, dang, that hurt? I'm not doing that part. I'm not hurting anybody's feelings, am I? I kind of plan to. I hate to say, I kind of plan to. I kind of plan to a little bit because when Big Mama used to hurt us back in the days, guess what? We straightened up. We straightened up just a little bit, right, Donnie? We straightened up. But if I'm too nice and I'm just like, oh, you don't have to do your branding. You don't have to. Like whenever you feel like getting around to it. Like, no, you got to get to this shit right now. It's time to get busy. It's time to get to this money. Because you said money is on the table. So somehow we got to get you there. Somehow people respond to that much better than, nice Lorie. When it comes down to Lorie gets work done. That's who you see. Like, she's so nice. She's always giving information. But when Riri comes out, that's when the glasses are like this. And it's like, what did we talk about last week? You got to have a different personality just to get work done. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, right? It's got to be somebody else that's got an altered personality on getting stuff done. Getting stuff done. Let's not lie about that, all right? So let's talk about some of the common mistakes, common misconceptions, why people don't post. What do you think are some reasons why people don't post? I only got two, so what do y'all think I have? While we wait for those answers in the chat box, Instagram, I gave you guys 30 minutes. So I'm going to have to say goodbye at this moment. And you guys can join over live, honestly. You can join the live webinar, register there and come on over. Then you can also get a copy of the replay. See y'all later. Thanks for tuning in. Low self-esteem, afraid of what others think. Yep. Imposter syndrome, you got it. Lack of confidence. Now, I shared with you unsure of information or certainly how to deliver it. You're all right. You're all right. I want you to keep that other personality in mind. And it's okay to become that person. I want you to become that other person and be okay with being Riri or being whoever you need to be in order to make it happen. So who is your alter ego? Beyonce has one. Yes, she does. She has an alter ego. She's got to. She's a performer. Vanessa. All right. So when I'm talking to Vanessa, then I'm talking to the one who's making $1 million. All right. Sometimes people are concerned about, I'm an introvert versus make one up, girl, make one up. I'm an introvert. Oh, I can't do that. Come out for a little bit to be Vanessa. And then when you're done, come on back to your safe space. Look at it that way. That's how you have to do it. Everybody thinks that I am such an extroverted person all the time. Not all the time. When I'm on stage, when I'm presenting, giving information, I have to become a different person. Then when I'm not, I'm home, hot chocolate, tea, water, drink, whatever I'm doing, sushi, and I'm chilling by myself. So it's okay, but when time to get work done, we got to figure that out. So figure out who that person is to bring that crazy side out of you so you can get the money flowing. Deal? Deal? Okay. All right, Vanessa. All right, Rage. Whatever it is. All right, so let's talk about now, we're simply having a conversation to lead you up to, what's going to happen over the next quarter. It's back to school time. Kids are going back to school. What are you doing? Back to what? What are you getting back to? This could be a reset time for many of you. So I want you really right now to create your brand. The first thing you need to create is the niche for the audience that you're speaking to. Many of you are in the real estate space. You're in insurance. You're in catering. Okay. You're in the entertainment space. So if you're in these spaces, you need to figure out, who am I talking to? If you're talking just to everyone, no one's talking back to you. If you're speaking to the McDonald's crowd, you understand that's fast food. That's fast food. They're not expecting white tablecloths at all. But if I wanted to go to Ruth Chris, right? That's a different experience that I'm going to have. That restaurant knows exactly who's coming through the door. They're not selling hamburgers. And if they do, it's on the higher elite side, but that is not their specialty. But when I go into McDonald's, you get what you get. You're not going there for crab legs. You're not going there for steak. So what are people coming to you for? Do they know what you do? Is there an introduction that everybody needs to kind of reintroduce themselves? You might need to do that. Last week, we did a purpose finder quiz. And for many of you, you've got a discovery on what your purpose really is and who you should be talking to. And if you did that purpose finder, I congratulate you and celebrate you. Some of you have already talked to about that. And that way you can at least identify, okay, I've been doing this for so long, but I'm really supposed to be doing this. So that was a breakthrough for many of you. Catch the replay. The Purpose Finder quiz is up on YouTube just in case you need to check it out. But it was a very powerful session on figuring out your purpose. So let's get back to your niche. Your niche should be an audience, and that should be the people that you are looking to talk to, and you want them to talk back to you. Okay. So in our coaching sessions, here's one thing that we typically figure out. It's a one-liner. I'm going to write this down. Entrepreneurs have a way of talking, but not getting to the point. You ever notice that? If I go into a room and I'm like, hey, Donnie, what do you do? Well, I do this, and then a little bit of this on the weekends. I kind of do this, and then a lot of times I'll focus on this. You ever talk to somebody like that and you're like, still don't know what you do? What is it again? And you don't want to be rude, so you're just like, okay. You ever did that? Somebody walked up to me, a good friend of mine, and she says, I'm a phlebotomist. Like, what's that? Friend told me a couple of years ago, I'm a SharePoint designer. What is that? And if I'm in that industry of medical, if I'm in that industry of IT, I would know that. But if you walk into a room of strangers, what is your one-liner? So here's one thing that you can do. I help blank do blank by blank. Okay. So like right now, present time, think about how do you fill in those blanks? Right now, Linda, how do you fill that in? Tawana, how do you fill those in? Dolores, how do you fill it in for your business? Okay. Right now, I would say, I help realtors and entrepreneurs market their brand by using simple online techniques. There's no wavering around as far as, oh, what is it? Who do you help? I told you specifically, I help blank. I help realtors and entrepreneurs. That's the first part of the sentence. Do what? I help them market their brand. By how? How do you do it? By using simple online techniques. And if you're a real estate agent, you can fill it in simply by saying, I help individuals acquire wealth by purchasing real estate in the Maryland, DC area, something like that. But there's no way that someone could actually walk away from that conversation if Dolores said that. There's no way, because people are like, oh, now back when I was doing credit education for clients, my one-liner would be, I help people with less than perfect credit purchase their first home by utilizing a do-it-yourself credit method, something like that, right? So walking into a room, people are like, oh, you help people with less than perfect credit, I need you. Or I know someone that needs you. Do you have that attraction right now? Is your niche already known? Is your one-liner stated? These are the things that you can kind of start knowing. My brand is not popping because some of the basics are not there. Maybe my email address needs to be adjusted. Perception. It's not just me, it's other people looking at it. Is my website even present? Am I Googleable? Am I online? Am I talking to everyone online? Or am I just spitting up when someone asks me, what do you do? Okay, so think about that. That's something that you want to work on tonight, tomorrow, and just figure out what is my one-liner, because you really want to start figuring that out immediately so that you don't start throwing up on people and just they don't know what you do. Okay, trust me, I talk to entrepreneurs all the time. So in coaching sessions, I'm like, we got to cut that down. We got to cut that down. One of the things I showed one of my clients is market research is very important. And she's a real estate agent, and she said she wanted to focus on the new home industry. She wanted to focus on new homes. I said, okay, that sounds good, but did you do market research to see that that's what the people want? She says, no. I said, I want you to reach out to at least 10 to 15 of your past customers or prospects. Call them. I gave her a script and everything. And I said, I want you to find out what they want. It's like going to a restaurant and the waiter brings you what they want. That's not what you ordered. Your Instagram, your people on Facebook, your email list, it's not what they want. So stop giving them things that they didn't ask for. So none of them said anything about new construction. You know what they came back and said? I said, what was the consensus of what most of the people said when you did your market research? It was only 5 questions. And if you want those questions, let me know and I can give them to you, no problem. And these were questions that were re-engaging, of course, to people on her list, on her email list. And it was just, hey, what's missing? What's missing that you're not getting right now in the industry? And they told her specifically, I'm looking for down payment assistance. I'm looking for lower interest rates, or I need to figure out, what I really can afford. That's what her market research came up to be. So I said, that's what your content should be about. Your content should be about what the people are looking for. And that's what we started crafting her content towards. We're still talking about real estate. We've got inspirational posts in there as well. But when we're answering questions, it's centered around, did you know that you can buy this home for $1,000? Comment below and we can, talk about how that can happen. Got it? You guys tracking? So you see why market research is important. Have we been doing market research to really see or get a cheat to see what the people want? Let's be honest. Who's out there? Have you guys done any research to really find out what the people really want? Do the market research. So let me know, definitely inbox me if you want to get the market research questions. I got them. So you can just kind of tailor them towards it. Good, Donnie's doing good. So, but I got more no's than yeses. So that's concerning, so that get the answers to what they want, and then feed them the content so that they can be more attractive. Good, Tanya knows. All right. I like that. All right. So we're going to take some questions at the end. We're almost wrapping things up. As I said, I had a free gift for you, and I've got some more information about how we can continue to keep working this together, because I've got some great things that I started, and I didn't want to roll this out until August, which was now. And this is the perfect time to make sure that you guys get the information, because it's back to school time. It's back to school time. Okay. So let's talk about now building the online presence. Let's talk about building the presence. If you've got that, we talked about a little bit, but if you've got the ability to have a landing page, like through Kartra or Go High Level, those are some CRMs that many of you can look into, because it's a all-in-one type platform. Not only can you get unlimited landing pages so that you can create, let's say, digital products and put them on there, you can also use that as your website. I don't have an official website. The only one I have is really when I'm applying for business loans, like I have the L Exchange, the LorieWoodruff.com, but I don't have my clients going there. I typically have a link to something and they can just get the service from there. So if you don't have a CRM already, please let me know. If you need help with that, that is one of the conversations that we do need to have, because if you're not building the list, when it's time for you to talk, and you have something to offer, you don't have an audience. You don't have an audience at all. And that's going to be super, super difficult. Leveraging social media is going to be one of the best things that you have. Why? Because it's free. That's going to be one of the best things that you can do, because, you know, we're not knocking on people's doors anymore. We're not doing that. As a typical work practice, we're not doing that. We have a lot that we have access to. Why not use it? If you need help with SEO and all those high level type things, and you need to start boosting ads and putting Facebook ads together, let's talk about that. I'm not that great with it. I don't know how to do Facebook ads, but I do have the right people that can help get your brand out to more people. I know how to boost an ad, but Facebook ads and me, we don't get along too well. So make sure that you are reaching out to the right people, because there are certain things that we can do very well, right, Amy? And there's other administrative things that piss us the hell off. So you got to be able to categorize that so that we can build the business, work on the business, but working in the business, you don't want to stay there too long. You've got to be able to hand that off and just say, hey, look, you do that part, and I'm going to do this part. And that's the way that you can get offline at 7 o'clock and have dinner with your family. Okay. All right. So let's talk money. How are we doing here? How do you get traffic? We're talking about it now. We're talking about it now. We're talking about doing that market research. We're talking about getting your niche together so that we're not just talking to everybody. We're talking about people who are interested in quilting, people who are interested in giving it as a gift. So once you know who you're speaking to, it's a little bit easier now to just start creating content on your social media pages once you know what they want. And then also you can just start creating ads, content on your social media pages. That way that brings people to you. No, I don't do the ads I don't do the ads personally. No, I didn't say I don't like them. I just said I don't do them. I don't know how to do them correctly, but I know how to boost a post. I can cheat that way. I can easily do that. But when it comes down to getting more exposure, let's say you have 1,000 friends right now on Instagram. And you're like, well, I can't do too much. I only have. When you boost a post on IG or Facebook, all you're doing is putting a little bit of money behind it, a little bit of power behind that, and just saying, all right, I want to reach it to a little bit more people. So it could reach 75 people, 7,000 people, however much money you put on it, that boosting can help reach more people. So I'm a big believer in it. If you take a look at a post that did very well, boost it. Put a little bit of money behind it for a week. And that way you can at least have some kind of post that makes sense, and you have some kind of call to action, whether they're downloading something free of yours, booking a call with you, something that that allows the person to say, oh, stop the scroll. I like this. Let me get more of this. So yeah, we can always talk about boosting or Facebook ads if that's something that you need help with. It's weird. Facebook is weird. When I post about anything about my business, you get a little bit of likes. People are still looking, Latanya. They're looking, trust me. But if you put a little picture up there and you got this going on, like. The guys are like. So don't get distracted by the likes. Please don't. But you have to take a temperature to see what's working. Sometimes you got to throw, ladies, sometimes you have to throw a little bit in there. Jazz up the page a little bit. Throw the algorithm up a little bit. Guys, put that sexy picture up there too. But at some point, you got to make sure you're still talking some business and know when to post. If you're posting too much business, then it's too much for some people. But if you got a good combination of inspiration, entertainment, and education, you're good to go. You're good to go. They're watching, but you just need more call to actions. A lot of people on their pages are not doing call to actions, and we'll talk a little bit more about that when we wrap up shortly. Monetizing your brand could go in so many different ways, and this is my favorite part to talk about. When you're monetizing, when you want to be monetized, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, there's various ways of using everything that we just talked about, figuring out your market research, getting your niche together, and then, of course, putting it on a CRM. So let's just say, Monique, it could cost anything from $50 and up, $25 and up. You put the money behind the postings. It's up to you. You make the budget. Let's say that Monique is selling a digital ebook. All right. She created 5 different steps, and that's her ebook. It's free. She's giving it away. The best way for you to start acquiring more people and adding more names to your CRM, your database, is to give something away for free. So let's just say her ebook, Monique, what would your ebook be about? Okay, animation. All right. So if someone's interested in animation, that's your one-liner is going to make sure at the top of your Instagram, your Facebook, all your bios are going to say the same thing. It's going to create that so that people are attracted to animation. Okay, great. And now you want to start focusing on, well, what can I do to bring more Gina's, Gwen's, Donnie, Delore? Like, how can I bring more of those people and add them to my CRM? The best way is to give something away for free. All right. And so let's just say, like, I have Kartra. I've had Kartra for a couple of years. When you have the ability to put, all right, if you want to get 10 ways to start your own animation website, or how to use AI to get everything for animation, for your animation. You put that on there, if someone's curious and they want it, then they're going to, you've gone to these pages, fill out your name, your email address, and your phone number. Once that person hits submit, that information is now added to your CRM, Monique. It's added to your CRM. So now what you're doing is, look, I'm giving you something for free, but you're giving me something in exchange. How many of you are actually utilizing your CRM to build up your email list? Because you got to be able to talk back. Let's just say in 2 weeks, you're having an animation workshop. Who are you going to reach out to? Okay. So that's the reason why your email list needs to keep growing and growing and growing. So use the landing page that has the copy of the ebook, a little picture of it that Fiverr did. Fiverr is awesome. Upwork is also great. Then you want to make sure that you're saying, well, if you want to get this and learn how to get the animation done in half the time, fill out the information below and your ebook will be emailed to you. Once that is done, they fill in their name, email address, always, always, always ask their phone number, always. Because all of you got a text message from me this evening, didn't you? I didn't manually go in there and do it. That was automation. So because you subscribed and you wanted to get to this webinar, that automation through Dial My Calls sent the text message out at 6 o'clock and at 6:50. I did not have to go through the list and have to go, all right, one by one. Monique, Maria. I didn't have to do that. So you have to learn that that is the way to definitely increase your page. I don't have to do a whole lot of advertising as far as paid. If I wanted to, yes. But you have to also be careful that once you start getting a lot of paid advertisements, someone had asked about Instagram. Once you start getting a lot of cold traffic, and that's from Facebook ads, and that's from people that don't know you, like you, and trust you yet, you have to be worried that this is how they're looking at your information. I don't know her. I don't know him. But people that already subscribe to your page for that ebook, they're a little bit more available to lean into, oh, what you got going on next? You see the difference? So if I just went to a cold crowd and just said, all right, Instagram, give me more leads, they'll do that, but just understand they don't know you yet, so they can't flow with you quite yet. The same way if you had a warm lead. You had a warm lead that you gave something away for free or they paid for it, that's a different type of person that comes up. So I don't do a whole lot of cold advertising yet. Okay. Fiverr is amazing. Yes, I use them for a lot of things, and Upwork, I use them as well. So think about monetizing your brand. When you are ready, I want you to focus on what is one thing this year that you want to get out. Is it an ebook? Is it a course? All right. Do you want to start a podcast? What is it that you want to do to help monetize your brand? Courses, ebooks went crazy during the pandemic. People were learning like crazy. Many of you were the same, right? I'm in front of YouTube. I'm learning like I was back in school. So you've got to be able to create that frenzy to have something packaged, even if it's a cheat sheet, if it's a one-pager, 42 pages of an ebook of something that you know that you can teach over and over again. You just don't have the time to keep doing it over and over again. Donnie, you would do amazing with both. You have the voice for it. You've got the face for it. You'd be amazing with it. All right. And you got to remember how to monetize. I did a video on monetizing through YouTube. Take a look at that video. It was about an hour long. But when you're monetizing on my favorite, YouTube, then that is sharing with everyone globally. You're not just talking about real estate in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. You're talking about tips, real estate tips. Oh, I went live with the lender. I went live with the builder. You're having conversations that people typically care about. And if entrepreneurs typically tune in more to podcasts. So we need to figure out what is that thing that you're going to sell and offer when you are doing the podcast. Or if you got your YouTube channel. People are not just on YouTube just doing it for fun. Most have an intention. They're selling something. They could be on there for 20 minutes talking about how great the weather is in South Africa. And oh, did you know about Thailand? Here are all these great destination sites. And at the end of that 20-minute video, you know what they're doing? They're offering you something in the description, in the show notes. They're talking about, hey, if you're going to travel, here's our travel club. Or if you want more information about coming to any of these particular countries, put your information in the link below, and we'll make sure that we send you an ebook. All they're doing is gathering your information as they gave you 20 minutes of their time. All right. So how many of y'all can do that? How many of y'all can do that? I helped a mortgage lender start his page, and it's just out. When I look at it now, I'm like, look at you go. And that's one thing he can share. You guys have a lot to share. Everybody on here, Celine, Amy, Monique, all of you have so much to share, but you just underestimate and have that imposter syndrome. I'm like, oh no, some other time it's for someone else. You have a lot of information to share. It's not what you do, right? It's what you know. You're not just a realtor. You're not just an entrepreneur. You're not just a small business owner. You know a lot of information. And that YouTube or that podcast channel could be an amazing way for you to speak your voice and allow you to be able to monetize your brand simply by doing that. When I started the channel back in 2007-ish, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I just stayed consistent with those silly little videos and it just started attracting more people to the brand. You want to start attracting more people to the brand so that they know you when you go into the grocery store. When they know you when you go into a listing appointment, it's like, oh, I've already seen your video. I'm like, which one? Thank you. Which one? Tell me which one you like. Whatever it is, you want to be that superstar in your industry so that when you're doing business, it's much, much, much easier. Okay. All right. You guys good? So how many of you like podcasting? How many of you would think YouTube could be your thing? And I'm going to show you if you even wanted to do a faceless channel, you can do that as well. Because some of you are like, I don't want to show my face. I don't want to show my face. Donna, you better do it. You better do it. All right, so let's talk about now marketing your brand. Talked about how to monetize it. It's very important to keep that CRM going because that's your moneymaker. Your moneymaker is right there in your CRM. It's in your email list. And the more people that come to your page, your landing page, your website, and get your free thing or book an appointment with you, whatever it is, make sure that they're leaving their information before they leave. Don't just let them rob you. Okay. You want to make sure that you're getting off there. And definitely. I love it. So the ladies and gentlemen, podcasts. If you need help with putting that together, we can certainly make sure that we talk to get that together. And faceless is fine. A lot of faceless channels are out there and they do very well. There are some Instagram pages that are just about inspiration. There's a lot of faceless channels. You'll never even know who is behind the channel for safety, security reasons. They just don't want to, they want to be in the safe way and just be like, I don't want nobody to know me, but I just want to rack up my money. And that works too. All right, Gwen, I'll see you later. All right. Now let's talk about going live, how to market that business. How are you going to market that brand? How many of you are actually going live on IG or TikTok? How many of you are going live so that people can hear you, see you, even on YouTube? How many of you are doing that now? How many of you are actually partnering with an influencer and talking between both of you? Okay. So Donnie, let's say that you were talking and you were talking with a builder. People want to hear that conversation between you two and really what goes down when you're building a home, when you're constructing a home, when you're renovating a home. Talk to the builder for a little bit, right? The builder typically has something to offer. It's his services. Because if enough people are seeing you two on the live together, they're going to be like, I need his information. I'm trying to finish my basement. I need him. And they're going to contact you because you've got the real estate plug. So they need you for that. So both of you have something to offer, but are you doing that? Right? LaTanya, you've got a catering service. You also have Airbnb. You want to talk to people that are connected to your industry. Maybe a past client, maybe someone who has booked and had an amazing time. That's a testimonial right there. Bring it to live. And it's not that it has to be forever, you guys. It could be 15 minutes. It could be 40 minutes because once you start talking and flowing, you just go. But do the live because it now gives credibility to your business. And it gives his people are your people. And your people are now his people. So it's exchanging information. Now, if y'all want me to do a free live for you, just let me know what you need help with and I'll interview you on your page, on my page or your page, doesn't matter. But if you need to be interviewed, then that helps my crowd be your crowd. Now your crowd is my crowd. And all it is just repping you. Y'all know I love representing and helping you guys out in your business. So if it is something that you want, and Donnie, if you say, you know what, I'm talking to another realtor, it's no competition, but let's talk about the 10 ways of navigating this industry right now. Like, you know, so whatever it is, use other people to do that. LaTanya, see, you got that imposter syndrome to say, I love my voice. I love your voice. I don't know what the problem is with your voice. And it's because you don't like it. I don't know how many other people have said, I can't stand your voice. We're here to make 6 figures. We're not here to love my voice. We're here to make 6 and 7 figures. We're not here to love my voice. They came to get what you have to offer. So stop that. Stop it. Riri just told you, stop that. It's not allowed. All right. The imposter is not allowed. You're creating everything in your business. You're creating everything from beginning to end. This is your part. So don't worry about that. Okay. So remember, we're doing market research to see what they want, creating content so that we can give the people that particular content back. We're creating some kind of landing page for them to come to so that they can get a free gift or book an appointment with me. All of those are ways that people can come to your page. Okay, once they come to your page, you can talk about, hey, there's 10 ways that I'm selling real estate in this market. Grab the ebook below and you'll find out all the ways that I'm selling real estate in this particular market. And when they click on the link, they got to fill in their name, email, address. Links are cute. Links are helpful. All right. So now when they're coming to you, now you've got them in your email list. Now you can give information back 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now. If you want to send out a newsletter, send out another workshop that you're doing, it's a click of a button. My team does a lot with getting you set up with the CRM if that's something that you do need help with as well. So you're probably thinking, she's talking all this stuff about get this and get that. We just need to have a conversation. Sometimes your moneymaker is just that. It is either a course quickly or it's an ebook. During the pandemic, I created a do-it-yourself credit repair. You know why? That ebook, sold it for $49. Hundreds have already sold because I got tired of saying the same thing over and over and over again. Pull your credit report. This is what you got to do next. All right. If you see this on your credit report, do this, do that. So I got tired of saying the same thing over and over again. There's something that you keep mentioning in your business that you could put in a book or a course. Sell it. So I sell it for $49 and now I just kind of talk a little bit about it. They go get the ebook. If you have any questions, I'm here on that one. Okay. Now let's talk about the automation. Let's talk about automation just for a little bit. Automation is the thing that's going to help save a lot of time. Because one of you had said, I'm not posting because I don't have a lot of time. So automation, something like ManyChat. Have any of you heard of ManyChat? M-A-N-Y chat? ManyChat is an automation tool. So on Instagram, if you go to any of my Instagram pages, like my last 4 posts, I put a keyword in there, comment the word brand if you want to come to the event today, right? So when ManyChat just recognizes and you give it a keyword, a trigger word, and you could say real estate or you can say house, I'm put brand in mind, all right? So when they hit the word brand, what they get in their DM is the link to this particular event. So it's very simple to set up. If the customer does this, clicks on this reel or clicks on makes a comment, when they do that and they hit the keyword that you set up, then what's going to happen? You can send them to a PDF. You can send them to a URL, your website. Let's say they need to book an appointment with you. Or like I just gave them was the registration link for today. That's it. It's a 2-step process. And that's how you can also start building that list up through automation, because now all those people that said brand, 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 they're all going to register for this Zoom webinar. And when they register, I've got all their information anyway. Never miss a moment. Never miss a moment to get your number, okay? And that's how you can start building that list up anymore. So let's just say you're doing some post on real estate. You can do some posts, just say, listen, comment the word real estate to get the ebook on 10 ways to buy in this market. When they do that, the ebook is sent automatically to them. So that way, if you're in the store, you're sleeping, you're with your family, you don't have to be bogged down like, oh, shoot, Mary just emailed me at 3:30 in the afternoon. I got to manually do it. No, you don't. If you had ManyChat, it will automatically do that for you. And it would just send them whatever you want them to have. Make sense? That's just one tool. I don't want to go crazy with you all with everything, but that's one tool I really love. And it's just available on IG right now. Okay. So it's just in that particular area. So when you're doing your marketing, how do you do that easier? That's the way you can automate it much, much, much better. Outsourcing, I think one of you had mentioned Fiverr. I would say doing a lot with Fiverr is helpful when you don't want to do some things. When you don't want to do the administrative things, you've got to outsource that stuff. There's some automation things I'm not doing. There's some email sequences and I'll look and I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'll just call my guys and do it. But there are some sources if you do want to get some help with that. Yeah, no problem. ManyChat, I gotta see. I don't know if they have something like that embedded in there, Celine. I gotta check. That's a good question. Ask JL. Ask JL. But I'm gonna find out anyway. Okay. So all of these services that we're talking about, it's not anything on the high level that we're talking about. Really, it's just a matter of getting a few the basics together. And from this point, realizing a lot of the things that the reason why we don't do a lot of the things that we do is because we're overcoming quite a few things. And I know 5 things about some of you, some of the people outside also that could be a reason why they're not staying motivated and not really getting to the place they need to. Here are some of the 5 common challenges faced by entrepreneurs. 1, inconsistent income. Inconsistent income. Can I get an amen to that? It's up, it's down, it's up, it's up, it's up, it's back down again, right? And when it's
Amen.
up, entrepreneurs, we're built for it, but we just don't like that part. And that's the part that we really got to start focusing on. Like, all right, this is the reason why multiple streams of income is important. We can't just put everything into one. So if I have real estate and I don't have a sale going on in August, then something else is coming in to pick up the slack. Something else is coming in. Either
Then you make deviled eggs.
What'd you say?
I said, then you make deviled eggs and sell them.
I'm not the one making the deviled eggs. You are. But when it comes down to it, like you have 2 businesses going on, right? So you, Latanya, you have an Airbnb and then you also have food service. So you've got 2 businesses that are going, they connect to one another and it makes sense. I'm not saying start 5 different streams of income today. Start 1, make the money, drive it down deep, get the marketing straight, get it going. Then once that is stable, move to the next thing. Deal? Because many people are like, I need 7 streams of income, like they told me on Forbes. That sounds good. I have 5, but I didn't start 5 at one time. Start 1, make the money, and drive it down deep. All right, number 2. One way that entrepreneurs have challenges, here's the big one, lack of support. Lack of support, lack of community. That's what is stated. They don't have enough people that are bigger than them or people who are showing them the way. Sorry. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Let's keep moving to number 3 till I get the camera all straight. The lack of inspiration. How many of y'all can say you have not been inspired the way you really want to be inspired? Number 4 is no discipline or organization. None. I get up at 10, I get there, start working around 10:30. Nothing's really organized. I have a list over here, and I think I have some people written on a sticky note somewhere over here. It's disorganized. If you're not organized, the basic shit ain't going to get done. Some people are just they're missing the mark financially because they're just unorganized. They're not showing up for themselves. Set an alarm. Your business is your business. Treat it like one. If I go to Target and they're open at 9 a.m. on Monday, they should be open the same on Tuesday, right? So if you have a business and you're open on 9 o'clock on Monday, 11 o'clock on Tuesday, Wednesday, you never even showed up. That's how people are looking at our businesses when they come to our social media pages. They're looking, they're like, when was the last time he or she posted? Dang, 10 days ago? 2023? Is that a customer that's going to typically want to work with you? You're not showing up. So it's just really just keeping the organization together. Number 5, poor time management. You're not blocking the time out for certain things that have to be done. These are the things we go through in coaching. You think it's so simple, but it's like, these are the basics that get you paid. On your Gmail, on your Google Calendar, do you have time blocked out for lead generation, lunch, errands, following up with people, marketing? Do you have those blocked out, or do you just say, I ain't get nothing done today? Because you didn't block out the time for it. So those are one of the things definitely within Celine that you will be seeing soon, is that we want to make sure that that calendar is straight. That calendar is on point. Just like a specialist has appointments, you will too. An ER doctor never has appointments because people are just randomly coming into the ER. Gunshot wound came in at 8:20 a.m. 9:20, a woman who's having a baby just came in. 10:30, someone came in, had a herniated disc. There's so many different things that are coming in. And if you let those interruptions happen in your business, this is the reason why you're not getting shit done. I hate to say it like that. That's Riri talking to you. You're not getting shit done because the calendar is not laid out. No one should be interrupting you during your lead generation time. No one. If the phone rings, you look at it, you get back to them. That's why voicemail is created. For you to be the moneymaker that you desire to be, there are some changes that has to happen. And most of it's just discipline of time. I hate to say it. All right. Discipline of time. And that is how I wanted to at least talk with you a little bit about some of the free gifts that I wanted to give you to help free up your time. How many of you are like free stuff? Time management, I can't make it for you, but those are some of the things that we can talk about more if you need help with blocking your time out. 9 to midnight, you're retirement soon. You're retiring soon with time. Okay. Many of you, like I said, I did have a free gift for you for the 12 that are on here right now that I wanted to make sure that you got it. And I'll send you the link for it. And what it's going to do is give you an introduction to the content that I have started writing. Last year, was it last year? I feel like it's been 2022. Last year, I started writing content. And that's one of my gifts is writing. So I started writing content. That way you can have some creative content for at least the next 7 days. Anybody like that? Anybody? Dolores, would that help your real estate page a little bit so that you can get some free content out there?
I think it will. And the problem that I'm having is that I'm sort of overwhelmed with a lot of things. One of which is the new major changes that are taking place in the real estate industry.
Mm-hmm.
And from the lawsuit from the DOJ, and then and sort of trying to get current with that and how we should be doing business. But the most important part, I think, is how I want to restructure my business and get more into a digital format and things like that. And so that's where I feel that I'm kind of losing control of my day, because I'll start with one thing, but then if something else pops up that gets my interest and I think I might be able to incorporate it, then I'll get distracted to that. So
I fully understand. That's why time blocking is very important. Let me ask you a hard question. What time do you get started in the morning?
It varies. It depends. Like today, I had plans to start around 9:30, 10 o'clock. But then a personal issue with the driveway, the guy was coming around giving a big discount for redoing the driveway. So I stopped. I didn't do anything today pertaining to the business except for what I'm doing with you now.
Okay.
So, but typically it's about
that wasn't all day. But that wasn't all day, right? I know he wasn't in your driveway all day.
Well, not in a sense it was, because my son left his car here. I couldn't find the key to get it out of the driveway. It was just chaotic, so it took up a big.
So you got to work with me on time management. So I think once we get Dolores and Latanya on a schedule, Tawana on a schedule, you'll feel better because no one should be interrupting you during that time. And let's just say somebody did come. It's a personal situation or a class for real estate came up at 10 o'clock, right? And you're like, all right, whatever you were supposed to do during that block of time, Donnie, you make it up in the afternoon. You make it up. Like I said, these stores, these corporations are open from 9 to 9. There makes no reason why your doors are closed when someone's looking to work with you. So yes, I can help you with the time blocking. That's pretty simple, but you got to be ready and willing to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, did you grab the content that I put in the chat box? You should grab it now. That's your free gift. Y'all think you like free stuff? You like it? Let's go over that together, because this is what I want to show you of how this is helpful for you. I started writing content a few years ago, and I noticed that a lot of the people who are looking to get business done, they don't know what to say online. And remember, we shared some of the misconceptions why people don't post, because they don't know what to say. They don't know what to say. So let me be the writer behind you, and I'm going to do this with you. So you've got 7 days of free content here that you can start using immediately on your own social media page. So try posting at least once a day to increase the engagement and followers on your social media account. This is important to gain that trust and likability with your audience. It's best to pair these posts, ladies and gentlemen, with your own reel, your own video, your own images. If you don't have any, you can go to a website, a free one called Unsplash, if you want to get some inspiring free photos, basically. Okay. So here's an example of the first post that you're going to do tomorrow. You think people know what you do on your social media page, but everyone does not. Here's the first one. Number one post is, let's say you start this Friday. Please don't think you have to start on a Monday. So let's say you start this tomorrow. Share your story, connect with your audience, and answer the following questions. Why did you start this business? What did the early journey look like for you? What's your mission? And who or what motivates you? And then add a call to action, okay? So what I did was I had an image, like a photo of myself, and I just put a couple things. Hey guys, just in case, I just wanted to reintroduce myself. My name is LorieWoodruff. I'm a real estate agent and business coach in the Maryland, DC area. And then I just started going into answering these questions pretty fluid. I didn't use my voice. You can if you want to, but I just typed the text. Started the business 2000, really just to really start helping renovate some properties, but then it became a thing. And now I'm a real estate agent, helping people get in my car, just being real, just being silly, but at the same time, reminding people what you do. So how many people of you can commit to at least doing this tomorrow? And tag me. Reintroduce yourself. Because you, as I said, you think people on your social media page know what you do, but many of them don't. So that's post number one. So let's say that's Friday. Good, Donnie, do that. And because they see pictures of what you do, people, their attention spans are short, so they may not remember all that you do. You're more than a real estate agent. You're more than just one. Next thing, maybe Saturday, you can post this one. The biggest enemy to success is excuses. A month from now, you can either have a month of progress or a month of excuses as to why you had no progress. Excuses will always be there for you. The opportunity won't. Fight for things that really matter. Everything else is an excuse. So what you want to do on this one is list 3 to 5 ways you stop making excuses and started making progress to get where you are today. Anywhere you see me put parentheses, that means don't just copy and paste that. You actually want to put the work in there. So you list 3 to 5 ways you stop making excuses and started making progress to get where you are today. Number 1 could be get a calendar, time blocking, not having people interrupt me, limit social media. Like you want to do these things because people are nodding their head, reading it, saying, shit, I do the same thing. Same thing, okay? So that could be your Saturday post. Sunday, you might want to put this, well, you maybe want to put this on Sunday. Yep, Saturday's included. I'm up working on my real estate clients, working with my real estate clients, okay? Anywhere you see the parentheses, you just want to make sure that you're filling that in. Do not just copy and paste everything. Just look, if you see something in parentheses, read it and fill it in. I'm up working on marketing and branding, for example. Anybody feel like when you're doing what you love, it doesn't feel like work at all? What we're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is engaging people to comment on our post. These posts are everything around entertainment, education, and inspiration. This is why it's very important. If you don't know what to say, you can always come to this and you can at least pull one. Number 4 post, what's good? Maybe this can be on Monday. What's good, family? I wanted to share with you 3 activities I'll be focused on over the weekend to remain accountable to my goals. Okay, well, maybe do this one on Thursday or Friday. 1, 2, and 3. How about you? What 3 activities will you be focused on this weekend to stay focused on your goal of purchasing a home, maybe? Whatever it is, the result that you offer, fill that in. Comment below. So now as people are commenting and they're engaging, people love to put their opinions in. Y'all know that. They love to put their opinions in. They put their, oh yeah, I'm doing this weekend. That's engagement. That's what you want. So the rest of them are just things, again, it's just 5, 6, and 7. I put a bonus one in here, number 8, that you can also copy and paste. How we feel? Freebie. Okay. And if you want to, put some in Chat GPT and you can remix some of them up, but it's not just the same. But everything is going to be different each day, but it's something to engage people. Celine says, how should I reintroduce myself? Is it too premature or should I just now introduce myself as a real estate expert? Well, girl, we have to have our first session. So that's why I really wanted to make sure during our first coaching session, Celine, that we get that going. So the sooner you book it, the sooner we can reintroduce you so that you feel more confident with that person, okay? Good. Yes, over the weekend, it's going to be good. All right. So 2 things can happen really from this point. No, you're not doing the post yet. You are not doing the post until we talk. All right, we got 6 sessions ahead of us. Okay. I'm only working with limited people because I have projects I'm working on. I have other coaching clients, 10, and I cannot take a whole bunch at one time. I want to make sure that everybody's getting that individual attention. So the invitation is always going to be there if you need to have a one-on-one with me. First and foremost, if you wanted to talk with me and see what does coaching for 6 weeks look like. That is more personalized. It's more individualized. It's $2,500 for 6 weeks. Do I have payment plans? Yes, I do. But to pull all of this together, what we talked about, if you need that kind of attention for 6 weeks, then yes, you may want to book an appointment so that we can figure out how we can pull all this together. Now, if you wanted to start doing some independent things, this is the last invitation that I had for you. Let me put the calendar in here because some of you might need to do this after 3. That's enough for me. And I'm not just saying that. I'm really not trying to overdo myself. So 3 is my number. So to see if your business is a good fit, let's do that. And the calendar link will be in the chat box there, so you can see what we can talk about and see if we can do what we can do with your business. All businesses are not a yes. I had one guy, he's like, he has a porn business. I'm like, I'm not the one for you. I can't help you with that. I'm not gonna be the one, but anybody else in the space when it comes to real estate, small business, there's not any other that I can't help you with. Those are the main ones that are the bread and butter is really to help out, okay? Real estate and entrepreneurship, I got you. Affiliate marketing, network marketing, creating books, podcasts, like all of that, I've got that. So I got that pretty covered, and clients have doubled their business. They've seen the production happen because we work on a simplified plan first to make sure they got the time blocking, they got their messaging together, they got their one-liner together, their social medias together. So not only are you clear on what your message is, your people coming to you, they know exactly what you do and how you can help them. That's how we create that brand. That's how the money just flows a little bit more consistent for you. Now, the last thing I have before we jump off is the ability to do something on your own, 2 in 1. The ultimate branding course is something that you can do at your pace. And Celine, you had asked about this, but I was not rolling it out until today. So today I'm actually rolling this course out for the very first time. And we've got at least 38,000 members already inside the course. This is going to be very helpful for many of you who need help with putting everything together. Let me show you what's inside of it. When you get inside of it, you're needing these modules that we talked about. You're needing to know content creation. You're needing to know ManyChat. One of you had asked about that. There's 28 different modules inside so that you can get a good grasp on your business. No matter what your business is, this is going to help you, whether you have an online business or you have a brick and mortar business. This is going to help you attract more people to your brand. Let's go through some of these so that you can see what it looks like. Then I'll give you a sneak peek on what the courses actually look like. Everything is a video, very short videos, and it gets right to the point as far as how to build your brand online. Module one, they're talking about building your sales funnel. If you don't know what a sales funnel is, I want you to realize we talked today about that landing page. Remember, when someone comes to your landing page and they're interested in your ebook, there's typically, when they hit submit, and now you've got their email address and phone number, there's typically an email sequence that goes out over the next couple of days. Have you guys experienced that before? That's a sales funnel. That vendor is typically trying to stay in touch and engage you for maybe 7 days or 30 days. So they're going to teach you in here how to build that for your business. Module 2, being efficient. Module 3, how to stay organized. Hello, we talked about that. Number 4, master resale rights, mastery. What this course is, it's not network marketing. It gives you have a license called MRR, master resale rights. If you wanted to resell this course in your business for $499, you can do that. So it goes over that. All it is basically it's just a license for you to sell this course as is. You don't make any adjustments to it, and you have plenty of updates to it. And you can make money with it. All right, earn money through affiliate programs is module 5. So if you want to learn more about affiliate programs, got that in there. Module 6 goes over your mindset so that you can make sure that you've got a positive mindset for a successful business. Module 7, selling online. And if you're seeing some things in here, it's like, shoot, think about it. It's all in one. You don't have to go in various places. You've got everything now in one. Number 9, this is my favorite course, how to create your own digital product. Many of you are looking to get that. So that's the chapter that you may want to stay in, watch those videos and get it done. I got through 28 of these in 1 week, only because I was working 1 week. The young lady who I worked alongside with, she's like, I did this in a weekend. It just depends how fast you want to get through this information. And not that it's a test at the end, but there's a lot of things in here to learn really about how to enhance your business. Module 10 for men out there. This is if anybody wanted to do a men's page or they wanted to do a men's faceless channel. There's a gentleman in here talking simply just to the guys about how to have a men's channel. Instagram, TikTok, things like that. Module 11 goes over making money through TikTok. 12 goes over brand partnerships, another way of monetizing your brand. Number 13 goes over affiliate marketing. You guys still with me? You guys seeing a lot of things that could be all in one for the business, right? I loved it when I first saw it because it wasn't just for me. I knew that many of my clients who come and we chat and we talk, these are the chapters that I can't keep making a whole bunch of videos for. I've made a lot of videos on marketing, but this right here takes it to a whole nother level where everything is inside of here. Yep. Faceless marketing, number 14. So I know one of you said, I'm not showing my face. So if you don't love your face or your voice, that's going to show you how to make money on Instagram, TikTok, really, and you can do it on Facebook as well on how to do a faceless channel. Number 15. Oh, if you guys want faceless on YouTube, let me know, sidebar, if you need that as well. Module 15 goes over the business branding. So maybe you've got some youngsters or you are going to be in that space where you're talking about hair, beauty products, lashes, nails, things like that. They go into that module in 15. Number 16, beginner Instagram Reels. Many of you are going to be here and stay here for a minute because there's some basic things that you need to know about Instagram, just basic stuff. And when I went through this, it was very nice because some things I thought I knew, I was like, oh, shoot, this looks even better. Got it. All right, Celine. And 17 and 18 really go over video editing. How to use your phone for video editing for free. All right. Number 19 goes over creative value videos. High quality branding is in module 20. How to officially launch your product on section 21. And 22 is all about Instagram. 23 is all about TikTok. 24 is all about content creation. And attraction marketing is in module 25. So remember, I was talking a little bit about ManyChat. Module 26 goes over how you can use keywords to use ManyChat automation. 27 is how to use ChatGPT, and 28 is email marketing. Okay, not too bad. And some of the people, of course, there's 38,000 people already within the community. 38,000 people that are already said yes to this. So you guys are not like the first ones to test it out. People are going through the information, they're using it for their business, they're selling it as a business, or they're basically just using the tools in it to enhance their business. If I'm going to start a business today, I would start with this course right here. Because if you got to start from scratch, this is the beginning of where you need to be. This is where you need to be to get everything started so that you've got everything all in one. Okay? Everything as far as the videos, they're straight to the point, they're straightforward, and they explain everything that you need. And if you need to replay it back, you can always do that. All right? So through this course, everything is only available for $499. That's it. One time. It's not a monthly. It's not any auto ships. It's $499. And if you need to split that up in 4 payments, we can do that as well. We can do that as well. I'm going to drop the link here and I'm going to finish up with the bonus because you saw the 7 days of information that I gave. You saw the 7 days of content that I gave you, right? Well, what I'm offering inside of this as a bonus is 12 months of that content. 12 months of the same, not the same, but 12 months of content so that you can be a badass, copy what I've already written, edit it, of course, how you need to make the changes. But ladies and gentlemen, you have an all-in-one course to show you how to improve your brand, make as much money as you can stand. And then you also, to couple with that, I threw in there 12 months of content that I've already written. So you've got the personalized content that's going to be coming out to you every single Monday. Every Monday, you're going to get 7 different pieces of content. 7 different pieces of content. All right. And that way you can just remix them how you need to. And then, you know, I definitely want to see how it works out for you. One of the gentlemen last year, Andrew, was in my coaching program. He got the content and he's done with it now. But I'm like, you can always reuse it because just because you use something in June doesn't mean that someone won't see the information again in September. They're like, oh, you said that already in June. Well, it doesn't matter. But if I posted it in June and then again I posted it in December, nobody cares. So he posted it. His page, I'm going to be real with you, was very dry. It was very dry. He wasn't consistent. He was selling services like essential services for the home, more like network marketing type services. And he had 2 books that were out. So I wanted to make sure that people knew what he did for a living, plus get book sales. Okay, got you, Dolores. Not a problem. Be careful. Everybody be careful. And with that, it came down where I looked within 15, 30 days, I started to see a difference in the activity of what was being said on his page. Just alone, those 15, 30 days, he used the content that you guys are about to get. And that changed everything on his page. The engagement changed. He started getting way more bookings on his calendar, and he started to get more attraction to sell his book. How did that happen? Because he had the right words of what to say. He didn't have this course, but he had the 12 months of content. And that's what you're also getting inside the Ultimate Branding course. All right. Does anyone have any questions before I start showing you just a little bit about what's in the back room? So here are some of the courses, like I explained from the beginning, you know, the 28 courses. This is what you'll see. How to launch. Let's just go behind one of them. Instagram. You're going to see on the left-hand side, these are the videos that you're going to be going through. So let me tell you, the MRR, that's the licensing that you have, that you can resell this. So yeah, there's 38,000 people that have access to this particular course. You can't make any changes to it, but you have the ability. Have you heard of PLR, private label rights? Okay.
No.
It's very similar when if you buy a book, let's say on plrhustle.com. If you wanted to buy an ebook that was already done for you, they give you a license called a PLR, private label rights. So that gives you the rights. That gives you the right to change the front cover if you want, put your name at the bottom. Now you're the author of that book. It's yours. So this has a license called an MRR, master resale right. So you have the ability to keep it for yourself, or if you wanted to resell it, that gives you the income generation part if you wanted to sell this course as is. But if you're talking about copywriting, that's just a different level up. That's not included. They are always adding more things to the course, and they could add it in the future. But when you want to do that for your business, when you want to copyright your logo, your name, you want to do things like that, you definitely want to talk to an attorney, a copy branding team that does that. But that's not part of this course, though. Okay.
I see. I was just asking.
Yeah,
okay.
It's somewhere else. I can give you definitely trusted people who do it, but it's not included in here. But you have the right to sell this over and over again as long as you sell it for $499, not a penny less. Okay. So these are just some more of the other pieces that we talked about. We talked about ChatGPT, creating a digital product. This is what most of my clients are asking for, and this is what you get all in one. So this is what the launch is about. Really just giving you some tips on getting in front of your brand, understanding your niche, and figuring out who your audience is. This is going to help support that when you're ready to move forward and get more of your brand exposed. The incomes that you all were stating in there, I love it. Don't forget that, what you circled, because what you circled is exactly what's coming to you once you know how to market this train a little bit better. So if with anything, I do have just that. The two things that you can do from this point is either just say, good, I'm all right. You know, I'm not going to do anything, or actually take action with some of the steps that we talked about. One, if you wanted to book a call to see if we can work together with any questions that you may have, or if you did want to entertain the 6 weeks for your business, that's one way. So I did put the calendar link inside the chat if you needed to do that. And also, if you wanted to do the roadmap, if you wanted to do the Ultimate Branding course with the 12 months of content, it's only $499. You guys are getting this as the initial launch of this information. So it won't be there forever as far as that price is concerned, because it's the launch. You 9 have stuck through there and you have got it. I definitely know it's worth more than that. And you know it's worth way more than that as far as the value of what you get from it. So if that is something that you wanted to start with, that, pay it in full or use the installments. I think it's like $130 to get started. You can pay in 4 different installments, something like that. So with that, that's all I have, girls and guys.